Hello and welcome back to your mat. It is day 12 of our Mindful Mornings, a 30-day yoga challenge to set us up in a more mindful way through movement and meditation. In today's yoga practice, we're going to have a focus on the theme of giving. Giving can take many forms, whether it's giving to others or giving ourselves the time and the care that we deserve. When we intentionally work from a place of really authentic giving, it can bring us joy and freedom to our hearts. We'll be working towards a peak pose, which is going to be dancer's pose today. So you may like to grab yourself a yoga strap for today's class. And as always, let's begin in that comfortable position, setting ourselves up for our 3-minute grounding meditation. And please do remember to subscribe to my channel so you can keep up to date with these classes and the challenge each day. And do stick around until the end to find out what today's mindfulness task is going to be. Begin by either lying down or sitting comfortably as I guide you through the sensations of your body, whatever they may be today. Be aware of any heaviness, discomfort, or fatigue, or perhaps lightness and energy within. Observe which sensations fluctuate and change over time and which remain constant. Pay attention to your reactions and just notice. Are you judging how you slept or wondering how the day will unfold? Instead of trying to push away these thoughts, simply notice them. See if they have any impact on how you feel and hold these thoughts and feelings with compassion. Now bring your conscious awareness towards your feet, noticing any sensations that may be present. Tingling perhaps, pulsing or pressure points. Releasing your focus upon your feet and bringing your awareness towards your hands now. Observe any sensations in your palms, fingers, or the back of the hands. And finally, direct your attention towards your breath, noticing the sensation of an inhale and an exhale. Let us remind ourselves that throughout the day, taking a pause and becoming aware of our feet, our hands, or our breath can make all the difference as a way for us to ground ourselves. Today is about giving, and we're going to see if we can really think about opening up ourselves so that we can broaden our physical being into a space of nourishment and offering outwards, offering inwards. Let's start in child's pose. Take the knees wide, big toes to touch, and create lots of lovely room between the thighs to sink the belly down towards the earth. You might like to bring the hands quite wide out in front of you, the elbows wide. Some of you might prefer to have hands or palms closer together, elbows wide. Hand and knee to the earth. Little rock back and forth there. Breathing back and forth. And then come and meet in downward facing dog when you're ready. From downward facing dog, take a journey of the feet towards the hands. And let yourself melt forwards. Let's reach the arms up, inhale. Thumbs to heart, exhale. Hands rise up, inhale. We're going to take a vinyasa here. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift the spine. Step or float your way through chaturanga. And then you're going to pause all the way to the earth. Meet me flat on your belly. Squeeze the elbows in, shoulders away from the ears, engage the core so that you can just hover the heart, the face off the earth. Pause there, breathe. So we're in a little baby cobra here. How does it feel to actually lift and hover the hands, squeezing the shoulder blades back here? How does it feel to bring the elbows out wide, like big stop signs with the hands? Squeeze the thighs together now, point the toes, squeeze the glutes. Could you also activate through the legs, the core, hover the feet? For 3, little variation of locust. For 2, can we lift any higher? Squeeze. For 1, and just let yourself melt to the earth. Bring the hands beside those shoulders, the ribs. Press down into the earth, lift up through cobra, and then push the hips back towards the heels. Child's pose. Pause and breathe. Soften the belly. Soften the heart and the shoulders. Come back to meet in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, I invite you to bring the left foot up because I want you actually to see where I bring my hands. So we'll start with the left foot. Bring the left foot forwards and windmill through to warrior 2 pose. From warrior 2, we've got a couple of choices, but see how you go with this with the arms. We're going to bring the right hand behind us. Palm is going to face away. You're going to reach it up as high as you can. Left hand is going to tuck behind. And if possible, we're going to find those fingers and perhaps take a grip here. If possible, looking forwards. So it might be that you're just reaching the fingers. Maybe you want to hold on to the clothes, but probably best to just keep the palms away, open from each other. That's totally fine. See if you can pause there for another 2 breaths. And then straighten through the legs. Lean your way back, a reverse triangle variation. And then come to neutral spine, undo the bind. And open up through the arms and come forwards through Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathe. And then look down to the top of the mat. Step up, top of the mat, take a halfway lift. And to fold. Hands will rise up, inhale. Thumbs to heart space. Let's do that again for the second side. Reach the hands high. And forward fold. Take a halfway lift, inhale. And then high to low plank, again, lower all the way to the earth. So you could do this on your knees and then lower. Keep the hands where they are, just like cobra. Lift up just a few inches off the earth. We're doing this through our core here, back strength. Shoulders away from the ears. If you feel comfortable, hover the hands. If you feel like you can keep holding elbows out wide, big stop signs with those hands, and then squeeze the thighs together, squeeze the glutes. Can you hover the feet as well? Breathe, hold. And then soften the hands beside the ribs. Lower the head, lift up to where you feel comfortable lifting, cobra upward facing, and to child's pose. Soften. We meet in downward facing dog. Okay, so this time let's bring the right foot forwards. Place the right foot in between the hands, set up for your warrior two. And then we're setting up the bind of the arms again, so whatever sort of works for you. This time it'll be the left hand behind you, the right hand up. I had to think about that. Which arm have I done already? So the front arm is going to lift, the back arm is going to lower. Perhaps you're able to take the bind of the hands. One side can often feel a little more obtainable than the other, I find. Just the way that we're made. Different bodies, different structures, different strengths. See if you can hold that for at least one more breath. Whatever hand variation you're able to go with. Begin to straighten through the front leg, reverse triangle for a breath. Keep the legs straight, undo the bind of the arms. And then when you're ready, lean forwards. Inhale, exhale, lower the right hand, lift the left. You're into Trikonasana, triangle pose. And then look down and step up to the top of the mat, forward fold. And I'm going to invite you to bend the knees and roll your way up. So I did invite you to bring a strap into practice today, and we're going to work through a couple of variations of dancer's pose. We've been building up our core strength, our stability, and opening through the heart, the shoulders. And the strap could be there to help you in regular dancer's pose. It could also help you build up to king dancers, and that's just if we feel like we'd like to go there. So I'm going to grab my strap, whatever, for this. Mine's very, very long, so I'm just going to make it that bit shorter. And I'm going to keep the strap in the same hand that I'm going to hook around the foot. So we want to, let's start with our right foot being hooked into the strap, left foot to the earth. And you can just take regular dancer's pose, no props required if that's what you're up for right now. So I've hooked my right foot into the strap, left knee a little bent just to really super engage the muscles here. I'm actually going to come off my mat and straight onto the ground. Because I'm on carpet, I feel particularly wobbly when I'm on carpet, and the padding of the mat is not actually helping me. So I'm going to keep the left hand to the hip to begin with, eyes super focused onto something that doesn't move. And then for now, I'm just going to start to tuck the right heel in towards the buttock and try to bring my knees and thighs close together. Then if I feel strong, comfortable, left hand is going to rise. You can, of course, have your hand on the strap much closer to your ankle. And then perhaps you can start to lean just a few inches forwards through the heart and start to kick the right knee back behind you. Can you then kick the right heel away from the buttocks? So we could be sort of building in this kind of form into our dances. If possible though, we're going to hook our strap over our right shoulder. So I started to turn my right elbow up towards the ceiling now, and then we head towards king dancer's pose. So I'm grabbing with both hands behind my back. I then want to see if I can kick the heel further away from my buttock, lifting the foot and lifting my heart. I am so wobbly. And just seeing where my body will let me go. We try to come out so slowly, smoothly, and a suggestion between the two sides would be to head actually into a squat pose, and you can be pretty relaxed through it. Maybe you're swaying a little bit there. And then we'll give it an attempt onto the second side. So don't feel that you have to go into that king dancer's pose. It might be that regular dancer, no strap required, is also perfectly adequate, but we're just seeing if we can really open our bodies up into this giving mode today. I'm going to slowly make my way to the second side. For stability, trying to bring ourselves into real focus of the here and now is really useful for our balancing. So getting in the zone, ignoring now all of the chatter from day, the cues of my voice even. I'm going to see if I can start up in the same way. Far smoother when I'm doing less talking, unsurprisingly. And coming through to your yogi squat again. Gently forward fold, sway, find nourishment through the hips, the spine. If, like me, your mat has been folded or you've come away from your mat, gently walk back to downward facing dog upon your mats. Walk the feet forwards, cross the ankles. Go ahead and gently melt your way to the earth. At this point, bringing the knees in for a little nourishing hug. Let the knees gently travel down to one side. Maybe turn the gaze the opposite way for spinal twist. And then gently back through to center. Swap it over. Next side. And coming back through to center. Anything else that you might require before settling in for Savasana. Wiggling fingers and toes, beginning to lengthen the body with a long inhale. Releasing upon your exhale, rolling to the side and gently coming to meet me sitting tall. Thumbs plug into heart space. Feeling in to the nourishment of spaciousness, open-heartedness, and this sense of giving. Today's mindfulness task. Can you find a way to give to someone today? It could be a small gift or a simple act of kindness that you might think could make a difference to someone's day. You could even brighten someone's day with a genuine compliment.
Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like it below, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon. Not only will this keep you up to date with my offerings, but will keep content like TULA Being free and accessible to all.